let's discuss how to find residential income properties within the We Are Realty Smart Map. Here I've logged into the CRM for partners. I'm going to Properties and Map. I can either set the map on my current location, or I can zoom out and target the area that I'm looking for. All results will only be within the targeted map area or the selected areas within the map. But before we define the exact areas that we're looking for, let's go ahead and set some filters. First, I'm going to want to turn off the client filters because there's no need to see our contacts on the map at this point. Then I'm going to go to the advanced filter, property status, and I'll deselect all because I'm only looking for properties that are for sale or for sale by owner. I can also select the pocket list and coming soon properties. If you want to look for off-market multifamily properties, you can do that as well by selecting expires, withdrawns, closed, off-market properties, and then it'll show you properties within the market. I'm going to deselect property types and select duplex, triplex, and fourplex. And I can go in and select a minimum amount of bedrooms, number of units. With the duplex, that would be 2 units. Triplex would be 3. Fourplex would be 4. Remember, 4 or fewer units are considered residential. 5 or more units are considered commercial. So this tutorial will only be talking about residential income, which would be up to 4 units. So you could type a max of 4 here as well. Using the bedrooms as an indicator for residential income is a great way to discover some of the best properties on the market. But right now we'll just leave this blank. We can always come in and change that. Great. So now everything on the map I'm currently viewing is a duplex, a triplex, or a fourplex. I can see the details on the right side, and when I hover over it, it'll tell me exactly how many units are in each building. This is 2 units, 3 units, 4 units over here. Perfect. Now I can get more specific with my search if I have a client that's looking for a specific area. For example, what if I have a client that says he doesn't want anything south of LAX, but he wants to look at properties that are within the greater Los Angeles area? I can click the draw tool, select points that I want to use as outlines, select the area we want to use to view, unselect the tool, and now the only properties we can view are within that parameter. Let's also put in a budget. So we'll go again to the advanced filter, and we'll put in a maximum budget of $1,400,000. Since that's the maximum budget for an FHA loan, give or take, with 4 units in this area. Let's go ahead and search. Great. So we have 107 results. And now we need to start going through these and looking at some of the financials. Here's an example of a property that's over here in Leimert Park. This is basically Inglewood part of Los Angeles. but it is an area that's in transition currently because it's fairly central to the rest of the city. If you scroll down, you'll see some additional details when looking at a multifamily property. Here we can see the listing agent, Deanya Jackson. We can see her main phone number, and if we click Contact Agent, it'll open up our email system and we'll be able to send a message directly to the agent. We can see the price of the property, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, 3,556 square feet of living area, and we can scroll down and look at the property characteristics here. It's a fourplex, zoned R3, built in 1938 originally. The APN number. The lot is 5,830 square feet, and it has 4 parking spaces. Perfect. Now we can take a look at the listing details. It was originally listed on May 13, 2019, and was last updated November 12, 2019. Looks like it's been on the market 177 days, which is a long period of time for a property like this. Let's look at the financials. Here we have a 1-bedroom unit. Looks like there's 4 of them, and the total gross of this property is $6,456 per month, which would be an income of $53,311. Unfortunately, they didn't add additional financial details here, so we'll have to plug these into our calculation and compare it to another property. In terms of our search, once you have it completed and you have the filters and parameters and location fully in view of the map, you'll notice at the top right, it'll ask you if you want to save this search. This is a great way to add a client and then automatically send them updates about properties within the search parameters. Here we'll click Save. We'll add a name for this search. And we'll see some email alert settings. Here we have weekly, daily, immediate, and none. None will trigger no alerts at all for you or the client. Immediate will be whenever our system finds an update that's within the criteria of the search, we'll send an immediate notification. Daily and weekly would get those notifications once a day or once a week. We can also set the settings, which we'll see if we want to look at new rentals within that search, properties that have sold, properties that have expired from the market, new for sale, and any price changes. For this search, we don't need to see the sold since this is potentially for a buyer, or the expireds. So they'll get notified of any price changes or new properties for sale. We then can select the amount of team members that want to get these searches. So if I have another agent that I would also like to see these, to keep an eye on them. And we can select the contact that we want to receive the alert. We'll select that, hit confirm, and now we have this all set. The great thing is now, whenever you want to come back to this search, you can go to your Save Search page, where you can see all the saved searches created. Let's look for the one we just made. Here, Residential Income Search Tutorial. Here we can either edit or view it on the map. If we manage the alerts, we'll just be able to change the initial settings that we set. Here we'll change it to daily, and we'll click confirm. Perfect. Now if we click on the search name, it'll take us back to the map, and I'll zoom into the search area with the search criteria and filter selected. Perfect. If we want to send properties directly to a client, you can easily do that as well. Let's select a few properties. Here we'll select single selection. You could also select all, unselect all, but single selection will allow you to select individual properties that you like to send. Great, so we've selected 3 properties, and what we can do is click on Actions, which only appears, these options, Action, Add to Call List, and Mass Update, only appear when properties are selected. Here we'll click on Actions, and then we'll click Email. We can either email these properties to clients or email to property owners. This will email to create an email campaign that will send to the property owner emails that are associated with that property record. For MLS properties, it won't send to the property owners. Here we just want to email these properties to a client. It's now opened up an email. It has our agent information, and it has the properties down below. Each property will have our unique referral code identifier, so we can ensure that our client gets a consistent experience as me as the only agent for them. I can then enter the client's name or multiple clients, enter a title, and I'll probably want to unselect my email signature since I'm already at the top, but you can include that if you want. You can also include any attachments. So if you do a financial analysis, you can download it as a PDF and attach it here at the bottom. Then I want to click Send. Perfect. So now we sent those 3 properties to our client, and we've completed searching for properties. Now let's talk about evaluating properties from a financial standpoint to see which ones are the best investments.